So, sorry, I'm like choking up. I've been writing a journal to my future husband since I was 12. And instead of writing you a new letter, I decided to read one of my entries that I wrote when I knew that I was gonna marry you. My love, I write this with tears in my eyes. I read through just a few of my past entries, and I could never have imagined the weight of my words. All that I have prayed for and hoped for in a man, all that I had dreamed of, has finally materialized in front of my eyes. You are everything I ever wanted, and so much more. You are not what I expected, and our story is not one that I would have written by myself. But I serve the author of life, and he always writes the most beautiful love stories. How blessed am I to be a part of such a story that is so beautifully redemptive.
Kelsey, I choose to love and cherish you for the rest of my days. I choose to celebrate our highs and mourn our lows with you for the rest of my days. I promise to challenge you and push you to be more like Christ every day. When selfish desires, temptation, or resentment rise, I promise to point us back to Christ.
All right, ladies, take a look.
Oh my gosh, you look beautiful.
Thanks, Hannah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we like the cape, people. The cape.
I love the cape.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the hype. Okay, turn around. Turn around.
You're so beautiful.
Okay, don't cry. I don't want to cry. I was crying before I even touched you. You look good, babe. My heart has known you for a long time, long before we met in the 6th floor common room. You and I were destined to be together. I really don't believe that there is the one for everyone. I believe there are many people you could love and marry. However, I do believe that at times God calls two people together, that he directs their paths in a way that they have no option but to collide. I think that we are two of those people. It's impossible to look at our story and not see God, and that is the most amazingly beautiful part of it all.
Kelsey, you've at different times laid it down, given it to the Lord, and you've in turn seen God move. You know, when God is allowed to work in your lives, when you take your hands off the wheel and you say, God, I'm going to trust you, he does amazing things. You're standing here today because God has answered your prayers and God has worked in spite of you at times, but through you.
I've waited for you for so long, but I've known you for my whole life. I was simply searching for someone that my heart already knew, but my eyes hadn't seen yet. And here you are. You are worth it all. And I would do it all over again, time and time again, to get me to this moment, to stand across from you hand in hand and commit myself to you forever. I couldn't imagine someone more worthy of my heart, my time, my love, my respect, my forever. You truly are the most incredible man and God's greatest blessing. You truly love me like Jesus. I could not have dreamt up a better partner, a better lover, a better future father. You are my dream, and you will always be my dream.
I choose to pray that God continues to mold me into the husband that you prayed so many years to have. I vow to not be a distraction, but a companion on your walk with Christ. I vow to push you out of your comfort zones in order to become the woman God created you to be. I vow to be respectful and proud of our marriage even when no one is looking. I promise myself to you and you alone. I will always love you, Kelsey Ray.
Your lives matter. Your marriage matters. It's a testimony to his great grace. And as you do these things, I pray that you'll experience a joy and a blessing and a fulfillment that will set you apart, that will set your marriage apart. Long life, contentment, purpose, meaning, all the things that bring true joy and the things that last. The vows you're both about to make are vows that God has called you to fulfill. They're not just spoken words, but they're words that must be chosen and fulfilled every day. Every day is an unfading promise to each other and to God as long as you both show it. So dearly beloved, we've come here today in the presence of God to witness and bless the joining together of this man and this woman in holy matrimony. See, we're not just celebrating today beautiful flowers in a beautiful venue. We're celebrating what God's done in these young people and what God's going to do in their lives.
Kelsey, in the presence of God, our family and friends, I take you today to be my wife. Kelsey, you are truly a gift from God, and I promise to spend the rest of my life treating you as such. I will be a strong spiritual leader in our home. I will be faithful to you alone from this day forward until God calls us home. This is my solemn pledge to you and to God.
Chandler, in the presence of God, our family and friends, I take you today as my husband to share with you God's plan for our lives together united in Christ. You are an answer to my prayers, and I will spend the rest of my life thanking God for loving me enough to send me his very best. I will love and honor you. I will follow you as you follow Christ. I will cover you in prayer. I will be faithful to you and you alone from this day forward until God calls us home.
For as much as Chandler and Kelsey have consented together in holy wedlock by the authority invested in me as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ according to the laws of the state of North Carolina, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. It is my privilege to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Chandler Vieth. What God has joined together, let no man separate.
You know, I think about Kels, and I'm going to try not to cry. I prayed for years that God would watch over our girls, keep them safe. And not only that, but that God would provide them with husbands that not only loved him, but loved them. And so today, we celebrate the fact that God has honored that prayer and sent Chandler into Kelsey's life.
I had a little help from my beautiful friend here. Okay, I got you this for us to put in our house together. And it's the lyrics to our first dance that Olivia calligraphied for us.
Love like you never grew up, live like you just get one tonight. We're kings and queens. One blink and it's over. Wake up and we're older tonight. We're kings and queens.
I've seen how the joy of the Lord has permeated her and Chandler's relationship and spilled out to how they love other people, and also how they demonstrate diligence together in their pursuit of the Lord and his will in their lives. These two qualities, combined with the magnetism they have individually and now together, will be a force for the gospel in this world, and I don't think I'm overstating it when I say that. Kelsey, I've known you for many years, and Chandler only for a few, but I'm so blessed to be able to watch your lives come together and see where the Lord uses you in years to come.
Love like we never grew up, live like you just get one tonight. We're kings and queens.
My older brother is supposed to be here. He's also the best man, but he's sick right now. So I'm going to be reading his speech first, and then I'll give mine. So this is from Mitchell. Happy wedding day, Chandler and Kelsey. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person to give this speech to you. Kelsey, rely on Chandler. Cut him a break when he forgets to do the dishes. Speak words of encouragement to him and love him unconditionally. Ask for help when you need it. Laugh together. Don't take life too seriously and rely on the Lord. I can't wait to see the many adventures you two have together and where the Lord will take you. Congratulations to my little brother and to the new sister. I know this might be a big shock to you all, but I actually thought Chandler was pretty cool when I was a kid. The reason I thought he was the coolest was Guitar Hero, because he was always the best at it and I could never do it as good as him. He was athletic and outgoing person, and I just wanted to be just like him.
Love like we never grew up, live like you just get one tonight. We're kings and queens.
As we've gotten older and matured a bit, the everything was cool phase kind of transitioned into him being a role model in my life. He's my best friend. And I just can't let him know how much you mean to me. I'm over the moon to be welcoming Kelsey into our family. She adds the best dynamic to us, the perfect woman for Chandler. But on a real note, I just want to say I'm super excited for you to be joining our family. And I pray that God will bless your guys' marriage and that he uses you guys to fulfill his mission for your lives. So for a toast for Kelsey and Chandler.